Final votes come in from Decision 2022. These ballots could make a difference in some very close races. We know 2 of the statewide races could be headed to a recount. And News 4 Tucson's Eric Fink is live downtown. Eric, with what could possibly be ahead for all of this. Eric, how you doing?
Hi, Monica. Well, those 2 races are the Attorney General's race and the race for Superintendent of Public Instruction. Right now, 8 days after Election Day, both of those races are within 0.5%. And that meets recount territory. Let's take a little closer look at where these races stand. You just heard there from Chris Mays, the Democratic candidate for Attorney General. She leads her Republican opponent Abe Hamadeh right now by 1,547 votes, with only thousands of ballots left to tally. That race very likely headed to an automatic recount. And Superintendent Kathy Hoffman, hoping to win re-election, trailing her Republican challenger, former Attorney General Tom Horne, by more than 8,000 votes right now. That's also within 0.5% margin. So normally recounts benefit those candidates in the lead. Paul Bentz with High Ground, an Arizona-based public affairs firm, says he does not believe the very close governor's race that has Katie Hobbs right now leading by slightly more than 18,000 votes will go to a recount.
I believe the governor's race will avoid a recount based on what we still see out there. Lake was not getting the margins that she needed out of Maricopa County. There's still a sizable number out of Apache County and some Pima County numbers to come in. I think the margin will stay about where it's at, and I suspect that one will stay out of the recount field.
And an important deadline in this election just passed. That is the curing deadline, the deadline to give voters the opportunity to cure their signatures on their ballots. Election officials reaching out to voters who may have issues with their signatures. That deadline passing just an hour ago. And right now at this 6 o'clock hour, there are just more than 20,000 ballots left to count statewide. So both the Attorney General's race and the race for Superintendent of Public Instruction, those are the races that we're watching very closely to see if indeed they meet that recount threshold. More on all of this coming up at 10 o'clock. We're live downtown. I'm Eric Fink, News 4 Tucson.